The more I reflect on my experience over these last few months, whether it was simply the trip to Japan or just my day to day experience with the iPhone 16e, one conclusive word that comes to mind is dependable. This is the iPhone that you buy if you want an iPhone you can depend on. And I was reminded of this just the other day when my nephew was over. I took a few quick photos of him, and just like that, I had a bunch of good looking photos that you're seeing on the screen right now. And I don't think that you could tell me that they don't look good. They look awesome. And yes, when it comes to camera, this doesn't have amazing zooming capabilities. This doesn't have an ultra wide. This doesn't have three lenses. Lots of other features like Pro RAW, Pro Res, this does not have them. But it has a camera you can depend on. You can depend on this camera to just point and shoot what we usually do on a day-to-day basis. That's how majority of us use our iPhones. Even when it comes to video quality, I didn't have any issue while I was in Japan. In that video alone, I did so much to demonstrate the video capabilities of this single 48 megapixel camera. And it's a great one. You have enough. It's dependable. That's what's important. And this is something that I tried to highlight in my iOS 26 on the iPhone 11 Pro video, where I talked about how software bridges the gap that hardware otherwise makes evident. Meaning you put two phones side by side, one Pro device, one regular device, and visually they're gonna look very different. But if you're just experiencing them from a software standpoint, it's not that much different. And I demonstrated that, and I was really honestly blown away by the fact that you have the 11 Pro, which is a 2019 device, still working great in 2025. And so if you tell me that I can ride this device out for the next 6 years, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. That's a pretty good deal. And one thing that a lot of people don't highlight when it comes to reviews, yes, you'll get the highlights of the things that this is missing, like MagSafe, right? And a bunch of other things. But what nobody highlights is that all the good software features that Apple offers, there's a whole slew of them that you get with this device that you'll get in the standard 16 and the Pro 16. So there's a lot here that you're going to be able to enjoy just from the software perspective. Now, if you look at this device in terms of performance, whether it's generating images in Image Playground with Apple Intelligence, this has that. This has that capability. Whether you want to snap a controller onto here and enjoy a game and get good performance, yes, again, when it comes to the display, you're not going to have the ProMotion display. That's something that you're lacking, but you'll get a dependable experience. In no place does this device honestly fall short. But one place where it exceeds, even with the biggest of the Pro devices, the Pro Max, is the battery life, which is really awesome. This is a device that you can depend on to last you the entire day. And if you're really a power user, then you should still be able to get a good amount of time out of this battery before you even reach to charge it. And again, here, the flaw is that this doesn't have the fastest charging capabilities. This doesn't have Qi 2 in terms of wireless charging. Who cares? Who cares if you're not even charging it in the first place? That only matters if you actually have to charge the device, right? Think about that. If you never had to charge a device, what does the charging speed matter? So, this device has honestly been such a great experience. And the fact that you can get this at almost half the price of the standard Pro, and then go add a pair of AirPods 4, that's 129, and then add an Apple Watch SE, and you've got three devices that you'll be able to depend on that have all the great Apple software features instead of buying one device. This is the iPhone that you can depend on for almost everything. I haven't come across something where I'm like, oh, I wish I had the Pro iPhone. I wish. Nope, that moment hasn't arrived. So trust me when I say this is the device that you can depend on. Now, another thing this doesn't have is Wi-Fi 7. But you know what? Where this was dependable, even compared to my wife's iPhone 16 Pro, while we were traveling in Japan, Apple C1 modem in here actually outperformed in terms of cellular coverage. Like, there were so many places where she didn't have coverage, but I did. And I talked about this in my Japan video. So, this was dependable when it came to traveling, not only for its good battery life, but also for its cellular capabilities. This is a beta test, basically, of the Apple C1 modem, but you're going to definitely see this coming to more devices, and it's going to be awesome. Not only is it power efficient, but it really is doing a great job in terms of competing with the Qualcomm chip. The only thing I will say is that if this is what you're looking at, just wait a couple more weeks. Wait for the iPhone 17s to roll out, because one thing I've seen in the comments again and again is the fact that a lot of people want this to have a 120 hertz display. I'm personally not bothered, but that's what a lot of people want. And the next models of the iPhone, they are rumored to have that. And so, is that going to become standard with the iPhone 17e? I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. But is it worth it to find out? Yeah, why not? You might as well. And if not, then you can always buy this for a cheaper price since it'll be older than the newer one, right? So that's the only thing. Otherwise, this hands down best iPhone ever, other than the mini lineup. Those were my last favorite devices. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, all I ask is just give me a thumbs up so more people can find it. Comment down below with anything you want to say. And most importantly, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.